Guys? This is James at Lock in the Value and CopyMyCrypto.com telling you today about the wonderful world of crypto. Um, so, spreadsheet's been updated. Zilliqa's on a tear, if you've noticed on CoinGecko Coin Market Cap. Looks as also recovered because it dipped down to about $16 yesterday and it's recovered very well. Everything's coming up smelling of roses except Grin. Grin just sits there ruining the spreadsheet. So if you'd put $100 into each of these coins, that would have been a $2,600 investment. That would have netted profits of $28,635. That is not bad, guys. So today is the last day of the launch week of CopyMyCrypto.com. So on CopyMyCrypto, I share my portfolio with you, and then I will send out regular emails talking about when I make a trade, when I move out of a position, move into a new one. I'll give you the reasoning for that as well, why I've bought into that position. I will also be telling you when I take profits, okay? And I'll be reminding you of a very specific method of my profit taking strategy, but I am going to go over that today in this video, along with a couple of other things. And this gives you the opportunity to just see how you, not only the projects that are going to be successful, but how you can move your money in and out and make the maximum gains with the minimum risk. And today you can get in at that price of $39 a month. At the end of this day, at midnight tonight, that offer closes and the price will change. Okay, so this is your last chance to get in at that price. So check it out. The link is in the description and it's on the screen at the bottom. Okay, a few things I want to talk about today. Firstly, this boils down to the 5 biggest mistakes that new investors in crypto make, okay? And everyone makes them. So the first thing is, what's your plan? What is your profit-taking plan? Because make no mistake, there's no one that is going to buy into a position low and sell at the top of the market. It doesn't happen. 0.00001% of people may do that. And that won't be down to skill. That will be down to luck, because you cannot predict the moment that a market is about to crash. Okay, and no one can outright say what the peak of a project is going to be. You can say what you think it will do, but you cannot say the peak. So you have to have a cash out plan in place. Okay, and that is really, really important. So me personally, I ladder my investments, right? I ladder out my positions. So I can give you like a simple hypothetical, example, right? Chainlink was, say Chainlink, I got into Chainlink at $3, right? It's basically at $30 right now. So I will have cashed out 20% of my position when it hits $6. Okay, the reason being is that gets me back, well, sorry, not 20%, 25%, because that gets me back half my money of my initial investment. Okay, from there, I've only still got half original invested and the rest is profits. After that point, I will go to say when it hits $9, cash out 20%. Okay, but now I'm in profit, I've cashed my profits, and everything that's left in there is profit. And then you can start deciding your level of risk that you're willing to take. So you might go, I really think Chainlink's going to hit $30, and you can wait till it hits $30, and then you can sell off your whole position, or you can sell off 50% of the position that's left, right? But then it means throughout the entire bull run, you're constantly taking profits, so you sleep better. And when we have these weeks that are corrections, they don't affect you as much at all because you've been taking profits. So you can sleep a lot easier, and that is really important because this is an emotional game when you're playing with your money and when you're investing with your own money. So you've got to be really careful about that. The second thing that I want to talk about, market hype does not mean a project is going to do well. And that's really something that I want to reiterate, because look, throughout this next year, we're going to see so many projects that get loads and loads and loads of hype, right? that are brilliant, and some of them will deliver and some of them won't. And the hype does not dictate the success of a project. The project has to have strong fundamentals and a good team and people, and it has to have a use case. And, a great, like, Yam collapsed. Everyone was really hyped about it, but it collapsed because of the problem within the code that got exploited. Okay? So if you're going into a project with an anonymous team, check that the code has been audited. If it's been audited by someone like Certic, you know it's legit, right? If you're getting into a new project, check the team, check the following, check the fundamentals, check if it's a token, what's its use case? Does it have a good use case? How many people are going to use it, right? Because, like I say, market hype is going to definitely push some really crappy projects forward this year. But it's also going to push a lot of crappy projects forward, and people are not going to get out in time, and they're going to end up getting wrecked. Okay? And like I say, sometimes a project doesn't need hype to have success. Phantom had no hype about it, like at all last year, at all when I started speaking about it, and it ended up doing, like over 100x at one point this year. And there was no hype, but there was strong fundamentals and a great team and a good tech. So don't let hype start being the thing that influences your investment strategy, because you should have one. Yeah, so the next thing is you don't have to trade every day, right? That's effectively gambling, right? We're not gamblers. If you're trying to trade every day to make a profit constantly, get in and out of new coins, like get out of a position in a coin to get into a new coin that's going to be successful, you're going to lose money. You're going to lose money because fundamentally you might catch one here or there, but in the long term, you're going to end up losing money. A portfolio has to be structured in a way where it maximizes your gains but minimizes your risks. You don't want 10 grand. If you say your portfolio is 10 grand, right? You don't want 10 grand of it or even 8 grand of it in crap coins, right? If you've seen every YouTuber talk about what they had, like a portfolio or how they structure their portfolio, most people have their biggest holding in either Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, something like that. Something where you have complete faith in the project, the team, and you know that fundamentally it can only gain value. And it will gain less value than others, but it will gain value. But it secures your portfolio. And thinking about how you're going to structure it is really important. But if you're chasing daily profits, you're going to lose. If you're in cryptocurrency, you're an investor. You're not a gambler. So don't try that. And in terms of trying your hand at derivatives, I would avoid it. If you've never done it, don't do it. Because again, you're pretty much set up to fail. Okay. The next, and so that was twofold, right? So that was, don't chase daily gains because you don't want to be swapping coins every day, because you will lose money, even just on transaction fees and stuff. And you'll also be furious if you sell out of a position in one coin to a new coin and then the original skyrockets and you've missed the boat, you know? And then how you balance your portfolio is vital. Okay, so really think about it. You shouldn't have anything north of, I would say, at a maximum 14 coins, and even then, I think that's too much. I'd say 10 or 11, right? 10 or 11 coins. That gives you a nice balanced portfolio, and it equates to the level of risk. Yeah, everyone has different risk tolerances, but your heaviest holding should be in something that fundamentally you feel has no chance of anything but success. That's why you see most people saying Bitcoin or Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot. Okay, so have a think. So have a think about the way you're going to structure your portfolio, because if you don't have a plan in place, you need one. And the last thing is plan for a crash. You need to have a plan for a crash, and that sort of feeds into everything I've just said. because a crash will happen by the end of this year, by December or early January of 2022, we're going to see a market crash. We just are. It's always worked that way, and markets are cyclical in nature. The crypto, just because there's high volatility, doesn't mean there's any difference. There's going to be a crash. So everything I've just said is relevant to that, because you have to be taking profits, because a crash, the coin's 10x'd or 100x'd and you've been taking profits along the way, you'll have got profits from 10x's and 20x's and 30x's and 40x's. But when the project that's done 100x, all of a sudden, because of the market crash, loses 60% of its value in a day, and that does happen, the gains you've made will be minimal because you'll be in a selling frenzy as well, and they can dip harder. So you have to have a plan for not only how you're going to leave positions, but then what you're going to do after. Because there'll be another bull cycle. But the next bull cycle will be after the next Bitcoin halving. Because that's how it's always worked, and that's the cycle of these markets. And the depth of the crash is going to be the only difficulty for this time is predicting the depth of the crash. Because with the level of institutions now entering into this space, it does change the dynamic somewhat in terms of how hard can Bitcoin crash, really. But crashes, even when it crashes, you've then got a time frame when you know when the next Bitcoin halving is, where you can start accumulating positions on projects you know are going to succeed. Okay, but there are 5 things you've got to really consider over the next 9 months. Okay, you really need a strategy in place within the next month and a half. Okay, because playing it by ear is not necessarily the best thing to do. And also, while I'm saying that there'll be a crash in December or January, you've also got to bear in mind we're in a situation where there's a global pandemic and there's a money printing machine in America. If that does stop all of a sudden, it will have, like everything, all these variables have repercussions on the actual market. So it's sort of a tentative time at the moment. So you've got to really give those things some thought. So I hope they've given people something to consider. That was all I was looking to do. But that's it. Okay. So in the comments, tell me about any projects that you're really excited about, or any. In fact, here's a better question: any ICOs people are looking at, because there are a lot of ICOs that are starting to pop up. CoinMarketCap now has an ICO tab, so worth checking out. Tell me if anyone is interested in any of them in particular. And do remember, it's the last day of getting in on copymycrypto.com at a bargain price. Okay, so at midnight tonight, the price changes. This is your opportunity to see not only my portfolio, but how I manage it and how I'm going to start, how I'm going to be moving funds around and how I'm going to make changes in the portfolio in real time. Okay. And like I said, bargain price last day. So get it done, guys. Get it done. Hope you're all enjoying your day. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. Okay.